Hello there. So today's video I'm gonna show you how to send an SMS using Twilio SMS API. Actually, what we will do, so the first step will be to register an account on Twilio. Uh, to talk a little bit about Twilio, what you can achieve using such a project or such a platform, then generate Twilio credentials and set up a basic Node.js project and integrate the Twilio SDK into it. Then integrate an Express.js framework to the Node.js application in order to create an API which could be called from anywhere, from browsers, from mobile devices, and in such a way we can achieve functionality of the sending an SMS. Let's see how we can achieve this. So the Twilio platform. The Twilio platform is a very huge one, and it has a lot of products which you can use and helps you achieving a lot of stuff. Let's see what they provide. So actually they provide SMS functionality, the voice one, authentication, chat, video, autopilot, notifications, fax, wireless numbers. Actually, I didn't use all of them. But what we need is actually this SMS product. And they provide different SDKs for different platforms: web, mobile, iOS, Android. Let's choose the web one because we will make an API on Node.js, and yeah, it has a lot of properties here, but we will use a very basic one, just sending an SMS without any verification, any uh, let's say complex functionality. And here on the Twilio REST API, you could have a look how it looks like. So actually our code will be something like this. We should integrate the Twilio SDK on our Node.js application and then provide all the account security ID authentication token which Twilio will provide us. And then just call the method from this SDK in order to send a message to a specific number or an array of numbers. And yeah, it looks very basic. Let's create an account on Twilio and then integrate the Twilio SDK in a generated Node.js application. I already have an Twilio account, but if you don't, just press the sign up button and put your information here. Then you will have to verify your email and phone number, and that's it. So I will do the login, and very shortly. So here we are on our dashboard or Twilio dashboard, and what I want to test. And so you have to go to the programmable SMS service, and then here we can test how this service works. Let me. Okay, so if you created a new account on Twilio, then you have to get a phone number from Twilio. They provide a test number, and you don't have to pay anything for it. Just be sure that you you got one. So actually here on the learn and build section, this is all the descriptions which you have to follow, or all the steps which you have to follow in order to test it. So the first one is get started with Twilio, and you need a phone number capable of sending text messages, and for that you just have to follow Twilio's steps and get one. I already have one, which is this one, and then is this one, sorry. And then you can specify here a phone number which will receive the SMS, right? So I will specify my phone number. Okay, and put here some text. Hello, make a request, and I should receive the message. And here we are. I received the message, and everything's working. We have here some let's say documentation or some code snippets on how it works. So the call, you could specify here the programming language which you are using, and for example, if you put the Node.js, this is the code which should put in your application in order to send the message. But for using this Twilio package, we have to follow some documentation from their side, right? So we have server-side SDKs because we are using Node, and Node is on server side. We should follow the Node, and here we are. So we have to install this Twilio npm package and then use it as we saw in the example. So for now we have to generate a new project. Let's see where to put it. Okay, let's create a folder here. Twilio SMS API, let's name it. And let's generate a new npm project. Npm create. Package name, let's say Twilio SMS API. Description, SMS API. Index.js is okay. Test command, we will specify it later. License, yes, it's okay. Good. Here we are on package.json. So let's create an index.js file, and let's open this folder in our code editor. Okay, so we have a package.json and index.js. So for now, let's create a new npm command, which will be start, and execute the node index.js. And just to be sure that it works, we will create here a log which hello. And if we write npm start, we got a response which is hello from our index.js file. Okay, let's follow the Twilio steps here and install the Twilio package. So npm install Twilio. Wait for it. So the package is added, and let's copy all this code and put it on the index.js file. So for now, we will need the account SID here, and then authentication token, and these two we will got them from Twilio account. So here we import this Twilio package and then create a Twilio client and just use the messages API from that client, which will send this message, right? It's very simple and it should work. Let's try it. So I've already put here the authentication token and the account ID. You can get them from dashboard or console dashboard. So this is the account ID and the authentication token. If you've created a new account, then you should give a test authentication token, which you can use. Right now, I'm not using the test one because it's a real one. I have some balance here. And if you press show or just copy it, then you will get a string and you should put here on the authentication token. As you see here, I've used the environment variable to set this authentication token because it's a sensitive information. So you could, for example, I will show you how I did it. If you press, let's say, export and the var name, let's say test, equal test, and then this variable was exported to the environment variable. And from Node, I will comment this. You can access this variable as process dot environment dot var test. Okay, and let's try it. Yeah, we received back the value for this variable. So the same way I did for the authentication token. So it's a common practice for security reason. Okay, now let's try. So I also set here my phone number and also the number I received from Twilio in order to send the messages from this number, and also connected my phone here in order to see that, okay, it really works. So let's try it. Let's send the command and wait for it. Okay, I've gotten a response here, the message SAD. This means that, okay, the message was sent. And if I open the phone, here we are, hello from Node. So I received the message right now from this number. Okay, let's see where we are here on the tasks items. So we registered an account on Twilio, we created or generated Twilio credentials, or saw how we could get them. We set up a Node.js project and a Twilio SDK, and the last one is integrate Express.js and create an API for SMS sending. This means that we will not trigger this, let's say, script manually from Node terminal or from terminal, like we did with npm start command, but we will integrate Express.js framework and create a web server and expose an API, just a single path, which sends, let's say, the SMS. So I will search for npm Express.js, and here we are. Let's read only the philosophy, and that will be enough. So the Express philosophy is to provide small, robust tooling for HTTP servers, making it a great solution for a single-page application, websites, hybrids, or public HTTP APIs. So actually we will use for this one. So how we can install it? We have the command here, npm install express. Here we are. And then let's see how we can use it. So this is all the code we need. Good. What it does, it exports Express, it creates an app variable, and then it creates an API or a path which listen to this path, and then when you access in the browsers this path, then you will receive a response hello world from Express middleware. Let's comment the code above and let's try it. So we also need to start the server, but right now if you see, the Node application is not exiting, so it's listening in a loop, let's say. It's listening for the events. It's every time up. So when we go to the local host and the port here is 3000, it's a standard port from Node, and just slash, we received here hello world, which is exactly this string, right? And if you go and change the path from, let's say, send SMS, and let's restart this server. Okay, if you press again the same command here, or the same path which was previously called, it says that cannot get, because there is no method implemented to listen to this path, right? But if you specify here the send SMS, or we get the same response, the hello world. Okay, so guess what? Here inside this method we have to put our sending SMS code, right? I will just copy it from there and put it just here. Do a little bit of formatting. Okay, and we have to listen to this, or we have to wait until the message was sent, and then send the response back to the browser. And how we can do it, we just say here that res response send, and let's say the message with ID, and let's specify the ID number here. I will use some different commas here, and then specify here the message, which is the message ID, and let's say was sent. Remove this one. Let's restart the server, and let's open the message again, the message app, and let's go and press again. Okay, the message with ID was sent, and if I look back on the phone, I receive another message, hello from Node. Here is a little bit different, because we have to specify a message dot, or just let's try to use JSON stringify. This is it. Call again the API, and we received all the information from this message response. Actually, we don't need all of them, but we need let's say these two property, right? We could say that the message to message dot to, and remove this JSON stringify again. Okay, was sent. Let's try again. Okay, the message to my phone number in this case was sent. That's kind of it. Of course, right now I've just showed you how to use an API to send a standard SMS without any let's say dynamic changes here, but you could specify here a post command and then send in the body, send the message body you've wanted to say to send. That's kind of it. So let's check also this checkmark here, because we integrated the Express.js framework in our application, and exposed a simple SMS API which send an SMS. Of course, this API could be called from anywhere if you deploy the Node application to some server and it has an API and public API assigned to it, and you can call this API also from outside of the world, and you can call it, of course, from your mobile application if you have, or from whatever application you have in mind. That's kind of it for this video. See you in the next one.